Admiral Sarah Chen stood at the viewport of the International Space Station, her dark eyes fixed on the shimmer of Aurora Borealis below. 20 years of service in the United Earth Space Force hadn't prepared her for this moment. The message that arrived 12 hours ago had changed everything. "Admiral, we've finished the third verification." Dr. Marcus Reed's voice crackled through the comm. "The signal. It's definitely not human in origin." Chen closed her eyes, remembering the contents of that message. A warning, encoded in mathematical constants universal to all advanced civilizations, speaking of a threat that could unravel the very fabric of space-time. The Void Hunters, as the message named them, had already consumed 3 galaxies. "What's the status of the quantum array?" she asked, turning away from Earth's peaceful visage. "Online and calculating." "But Admiral, there's something else. The signal. It's not just a warning. They chose us specifically. Out of thousands of civilizations, they reached out to humanity first." Chen's fingers traced the edge of the tablet containing the translated message. According to their mysterious benefactors, humanity possessed something unique, a resilience, an adaptability that made them essential to the coming fight. The irony wasn't lost on her. For centuries, humans had gazed at the stars, wondering if they were alone. Now they knew the truth, but it came with a price. In the 12 hours since the message arrived, Earth's greatest minds had been working nonstop. Theoretical physicists pored over the advanced scientific data embedded in the signal. Military strategists analyzed the tactical information about the Void Hunters. And deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, in a facility known only to a handful of people, engineers were already beginning to implement the technological blueprints included in the transmission. "Admiral," a young lieutenant burst into the observation deck, his face flushed with excitement. "The Security Council has reached a decision. They're implementing Protocol Omega." Chen straightened her uniform. Protocol Omega, the contingency plan for humanity's first contact with alien life. But this wasn't the peaceful exchange of knowledge they had imagined. This was a call to arms. "Send word to all major military commands," she ordered, "and contact the Quantum Research Division. Tell Dr. Zhang her project just got unlimited funding." As the lieutenant hurried away, Chen returned her gaze to Earth. Somewhere down there, 7 billion people were going about their lives, unaware that their world stood on the brink of transformation. The message had been clear. Humanity had exactly 3 months to prepare before the Void Hunters reached the Milky Way. In her 30 years of service, Chen had seen humanity overcome seemingly impossible odds. Wars, natural disasters, technological catastrophes, each crisis had forged them stronger. But this was different. They weren't just fighting for Earth anymore. They were fighting for the existence of reality itself. The quantum array hummed to life, its crystalline structure beginning to pulse with an otherworldly light. As Chen watched, new data streams began pouring in. Coordinates, tactical information, and something else. Something that made her breath catch in her throat. "Dr. Reed," she called over the comm. "Are you seeing this?" "Yes, Admiral. The quantum signatures. They're identical to the anomalies we detected in human DNA last year. The ones we could never explain." Chen's hand tightened on the railing. The pieces were falling into place. Humanity's mysterious genetic quirk, the one that had puzzled scientists for decades, wasn't an accident. It was a weapon, one that had been waiting to be awakened. "How long until we can begin the integration process?" she asked. "The simulations are running now. But Admiral, if we're right about this, it's going to change everything we thought we knew about human potential." Outside, the Aurora Borealis continued its silent dance across the atmosphere, unaware that beneath its ethereal light, humanity was about to embark on its greatest journey. They had 3 months to prepare for a war unlike anything in human history, 3 months to unlock the power hidden within their very genes. Chen squared her shoulders. Whatever was coming, whatever the Void Hunters were, humanity would be ready. They had to be. The universe itself depended on it. Begin Phase 1, she ordered. It's time to wake up the sleepers. The first manifestation occurred in downtown Singapore. Dr. Maya Patel had been reviewing patient files in her clinic when the headache struck. Not the usual tension headache she was accustomed to after long shifts, but something else, a pressure that seemed to pulse in sync with an energy she couldn't explain. Then she saw them. Not with her eyes, but with something else. Threads of light and energy, weaving through reality itself. She reached out, instinctively knowing she could touch them, manipulate them. The coffee cup on her desk began to float. Similar incidents were occurring across the globe. A firefighter in Brazil who suddenly knew exactly where every person was trapped in a burning building. A teacher in Kenya who could process complex mathematical equations faster than any computer. A teenager in Norway who could see radio waves dancing through the air. Admiral Chen watched the reports flood in from her command center, now relocated to the underground facility, dubbed Haven Alpha. The awakening was happening faster than their alien benefactors had predicted. Current count is at 17,000 and rising, Dr. Reed reported, his fingers dancing across holographic displays. The genetic markers are activating exactly as the message said they would, but the abilities, they're beyond anything we expected. Chen nodded, studying the global map before her. Each point of light represented a newly awakened individual. Have we identified any patterns? Yes and no. The abilities seem to fall into three main categories: energy manipulation, enhanced cognition, and what we're calling reality perception. But there's something else. Reed pulled up a new display. The abilities are evolving, adapting. It's as if they're preparing us for something specific, Chen finished. She'd had the same thought. Their mysterious allies hadn't just given humanity a weapon. They'd given them tools. Tools designed for a very particular purpose. The facility shook suddenly, alarms blaring to life. Chen steadied herself against a console as the lights flickered. Report. Quantum disturbance detected in the upper atmosphere. A technician called out. It's massive, Admiral. Like nothing we've ever seen. The main screen shifted to a satellite feed. The sight made Chen's blood run cold. A tear was forming in space itself, a wound in reality that leaked darkness instead of light. The Void Hunters had arrived early. How long until full breach? 20 minutes, maybe less. They're not just punching through space. They're eating it. Chen's hand went to the quantum communicator at her throat, their only link to their alien allies. This is Admiral Chen. They're here. We need. The response came not in words, but in pure information, flooding directly into her mind. Understanding bloomed instantly. The awakening wasn't complete, but it would have to be enough. Humanity's first real test had arrived. Activate the beacon protocol, she ordered. Signal all awakened individuals. It's time to show these things what humanity can do. Across the planet, the newly awakened felt the call. Maya Patel looked up from her floating coffee cup as knowledge filled her mind. Knowledge of what she truly was, what humanity could become. The energy threads around her grew brighter, stronger. In Brazil, the firefighter understood suddenly that he wasn't just sensing people, he was sensing the very bonds that held reality together. The teacher in Kenya realized she wasn't just calculating numbers. She was calculating probability itself, seeing the quantum flow of cause and effect. This was what humanity had been preparing for, not just for months, but for millennia. The genetic markers weren't a weapon given to them by aliens. They were keys, unlocking what humanity had always been capable of. As the Void Hunters began their descent, tearing holes in the fabric of space-time, humanity's response was not fear but determination. In homes and offices, in cities and villages, people looked up at the darkening sky and felt something awaken within them, something that had been sleeping since the dawn of their species. All awakened individuals converge on breach points. Chen's voice echoed through the quantum network that now linked humanity's gifted. Remember your training. Remember what you are. Remember what we're fighting for. Maya stepped out of her clinic, joining thousands of others who were gathering. Above them, reality itself was being unmade. But as she reached out, feeling the power flowing through her, connecting her to every other awakened human on Earth, she smiled. The Void Hunters had come expecting to find prey. Instead, they were about to discover what happened when humanity's true potential was unleashed. The battle for existence itself was about to begin. The crystalline ships of the Arctians emerged from quantum space like shards of starlight, their fleet taking position alongside Earth's hastily assembled defense force. Admiral Chen had expected them to be imposing, perhaps even terrifying. Instead, the alien diplomats who stepped onto Haven Alpha's command deck looked almost fragile, their translucent bodies pulsing with internal light. "We thought we had more time," the Arctian ambassador, who had taken the name Aurora for human convenience, spoke directly into their minds. The Void Hunters have never moved this quickly before. They sensed the awakening, Dr. Reed suggested, his enhanced cognitive abilities allowing him to process the quantum data streaming from the alien ships. They know what we're becoming. The latest battle had ended just hours ago. When the Void Hunters breached Earth's atmosphere, humanity's awakened had met them head-on. Maya Patil and thousands like her had wielded powers they barely understood, weaving barriers of pure energy to contain the reality-eating weapons of their enemy. They had succeeded, but barely. "Your species surprises us," Aurora communicated, their crystalline form shifting colors with emotion. "The genetic keys we placed within your ancestors, we expected them to take generations to fully manifest. Instead, you've accessed abilities in months that took our people millennia to master." "Humanity has always been adaptable," Chen replied, thinking of the reports still flowing in from around the globe. More people were awakening every hour, each with abilities that seemed specifically tailored to combat the Void Hunters. "But we need to know everything now. No more secrets." The Arctian delegation shared a collective thought pulse that Chen interpreted as concern. Behind them, representatives from 3 other alien species entered the chamber. The silicon-based Scarith, the energy beings known as the Luminous, and the biotechnological Meridians. "The truth," the Scarith elder rumbled through its translator, "is that your world was never meant to be merely another battlefield. Earth is the key to everything." Holographic displays sprang to life around them, showing the galaxy in perfect detail. Points of light marked worlds that had already fallen to the Void Hunters, entire civilizations erased from existence. "Your planet sits at a crucial junction of quantum ley lines," Aurora explained. "Energy patterns that flow through the very fabric of space-time. We didn't just choose Earth by chance. Your species evolved in harmony with these patterns, developing potential that none of our races could achieve." "And the Void Hunters?" Chen pressed. "What are they really?" The luminous representative, a being of pure energy, pulsed with dark colors. "They are what remains of those who tried to harness the quantum ley lines directly. They became something else, something that hungers for the energy of reality itself. We've been fighting them for eons, losing ground with each passing century." Maya Patel, now serving as humanity's chief liaison to the alien coalition, felt the truth in their words. Her ability to manipulate energy threads had grown stronger, and she could sense the quantum ley lines they spoke of, vast rivers of power flowing through and around Earth. "We need to evacuate your population," the Meridian ambassador began, but Chen cut them off. "No," the word rang with authority. "Humanity doesn't run. If Earth is as crucial as you say, we defend it. Here, together." The aliens exchanged glances, their various forms of communication filling the quantum spectrum with surprise and something else. "Hope." "There's more," Dr. Reed interrupted, his enhanced mind making connections faster than any computer. "The abilities we're developing, they're not just for fighting, are they? We're changing into something else. Something new." Aurora's crystalline form sparkled with confirmation. Your species has the potential to become living quantum processors, beings who can manipulate the very code of reality. If enough of you awaken, if you can master these abilities in time, we could rewrite the rules. Maya finished, understanding flooding through her. Change the game so the Void Hunters can't unmake reality anymore. The chamber fell silent as the implications sank in. Humanity wasn't just fighting for survival. They were fighting for the right to define existence itself. The coalition of alien species had spent millennia searching for a race with this potential, guiding human evolution from afar, waiting for this moment. The next wave will be stronger, the Skreth Elder warned. They will throw everything they have at Earth now that they know what you're becoming. Chen smiled, an expression that made even the alien diplomat step back. Then it's time we showed them everything we can do. Dr. Reed, begin integration of alien tech with our awakened forces. Maya, coordinate with our new allies on quantum defense strategies. And someone get me the president. It's time humanity officially joined the Galactic Coalition. As the orders went out, as human and alien technologies merged, as more of Earth's population awakened to their true potential, the quantum ley lines hummed with power. The Void Hunters had meant to find a primitive world ripe for consumption. Instead, they had discovered humanity at the threshold of its greatest transformation. The war for reality was about to enter its final phase, and humanity was ready to lead the charge. Reality shuddered as the Void Hunters launched their full assault. The sky above Earth split open like a wound, darkness pouring through tears in space-time. But this time, humanity was ready. Maya Patel stood at the heart of a quantum synchronization array, her consciousness linked with thousands of other awakened humans. Through their shared awareness, she could see the elaborate defense network they had created, barriers of pure energy interwoven with Arxian technology, quantum anchors stabilized by human consciousness, and probability fields calculated by enhanced minds. They're targeting the ley line convergence points. Dr. Reed's voice echoed through the quantum network. His enhanced cognitive abilities had evolved further, allowing him to process battle information faster than any AI. Multiple breaches detected over major nexus sites. Admiral Chen, now connected to both human and alien command structures through a hybrid neural interface, assessed the situation. The combined fleet of Earth and their alien allies held position in high orbit, their weapons primed. But conventional firepower, even enhanced by advanced alien technology, wouldn't be enough this time. All awakened units, prepare for synchronized response, Chen ordered. Remember your training. Remember what we are. The Void Hunters emerged from their tears in reality. Massive constructs of anti-existence that defied comprehension. Where they passed, matter simply ceased to be, converted into energy they consumed. But something was different about them now. They moved with purpose, with strategy. They're learning, Aurora warned, their crystalline form pulsing with concern. They've never shown this level of coordination before. Because they're afraid, Maya realized, feeling the truth of it through her connection to the quantum ley lines. They know what we can become. The first wave hit the outer defensive barriers. Throughout the quantum network, Maya felt other awakened humans channeling their abilities. A firefighter in Brazil used his reality perception to predict where the Void Hunters would strike next. A teacher in Kenya calculated probability matrices to optimize their defense patterns. A teenager in Norway manipulated electromagnetic fields to strengthen their shields. But the Void Hunters were relentless. For every breach they sealed, two more opened. For every strategy they developed, the enemy adapted. The quantum ley lines trembled under the assault, and Maya could feel reality itself beginning to fray. We're losing the Southeast Asian nexus, someone called through the network. Reality integrity at 40% and falling. Chen's voice cut through the chaos. Dr. Reed, status on the quantum reformation protocol. Ready, Reed replied, his mind racing through calculations faster than ever. But Admiral, we've only got one shot at this. If it fails, it won't fail, Chen interrupted. Maya, are you ready? Maya took a deep breath, feeling the power of Earth's quantum ley lines flowing through her. The genetic keys the aliens had placed in humanity's DNA hadn't just given them powers. They had made them living conduits for the very energy that sustained reality. Ready, Admiral. But what we're attempting, it's never been done before. Humanity specializes in doing the impossible, Chen replied. All awakened personnel, prepare for quantum synchronization. Phase 1, initiate. Across the globe, thousands of awakened humans joined their consciousness into a single vast network. Maya felt their presence, their determination, their unwavering will. Through their shared awareness, she could see the Void Hunters for what they truly were, not just consumers of reality, but fragments of a broken universe seeking to remake itself. The Orcs had given humanity the keys, but they had never imagined how humans would use them. Instead of just fighting the Void Hunters, humanity had learned to understand them. And understanding brought power. Phase 2. Execute. Chen commanded. Maya reached out through the quantum network, touching the ley lines that coursed through Earth. Around her, reality began to shift. The genetic potential that humanity had awakened to wasn't just about fighting or defending. It was about creation itself. They're targeting the focal point, Aurora warned. All ships, converge and protect the human quantum array. The combined fleet moved as one, alien technology merging seamlessly with human determination. But even as they fought, Maya and the other awakened humans were working on something bigger, something that would change everything. Through their shared consciousness, through their connection to the very fabric of reality, they began to rewrite the rules. Not just of their local space, but of existence itself. The Void Hunters had consumed reality by breaking it down. Humanity would save it by making it stronger. As the final battle reached its crescendo, as ships exploded and reality itself groaned under the strain, humanity prepared to prove why they had been chosen. They weren't just fighting for survival anymore. They were fighting to reshape the universe itself. The quantum reformation protocol was about to begin. And with it, the true test of humanity's potential would unfold. The universe held its breath as humanity executed the quantum reformation protocol. Through the vast network of awakened minds, Maya Patel felt the power build, not just the energy of Earth's quantum ley lines, but the combined will of her entire species. They weren't just fighting anymore. They were creating. Quantum coherence at maximum, Dr. Reed announced, his enhanced mind processing data streams from across reality itself. We're approaching the threshold. Admiral Chen stood at the center of Haven Alpha's command deck, her consciousness linked to both the human network and their alien allies. Through their shared awareness, she could see what was really happening, not just around Earth, but throughout the cosmos. The Void Hunters sensed it too. Their assault intensified, reality-eating weapons tearing at the fabric of space-time with desperate fury. They understood now what humanity was attempting, and they were terrified. All awakened individuals. Chen's voice resonated through the quantum network. Initiate final sequence. Remember who we are. Remember what we can become. Maya reached deeper into the quantum ley lines, feeling the presence of thousands of other awakened humans doing the same. The genetic keys the aliens had given humanity hadn't just unlocked powers, they had unlocked understanding. The Void Hunters weren't truly their enemy. They were a symptom of a universe out of balance. They're breaching the inner defense line, Aurora warned, their crystalline form flickering with anxiety. We can't hold them back much longer. But humanity wasn't trying to hold them back anymore. Through their shared consciousness, through their connection to the very essence of reality, they had discovered something the ancient races had never considered. The universe wasn't a fixed set of rules to be defended. It was a story waiting to be retold. Now, Chen commanded. Maya and every awakened human channeled their power into the quantum reformation protocol, but they didn't attack the Void Hunters. Instead, they began to rewrite reality itself, not just around Earth, but everywhere the quantum ley lines reached. The effect was instantaneous and magnificent. Space itself began to shimmer with new energy, new possibilities. The Void Hunters froze in their assault, their reality-eating weapons suddenly ineffective against a universe that was redefining itself. Impossible, the Skreth Elder breathed, watching through their fleet sensors. They're not just changing local space, they're rewriting the fundamental constants. The awakened humans had discovered what countless ancient civilizations had missed. The universe wasn't meant to be static. It was meant to evolve, to grow, to change. And humanity, with its unique ability to adapt and imagine, was the perfect catalyst for that change. Through the quantum network, Maya felt the transformation taking hold. The Void Hunters weren't being destroyed. They were being reintegrated into the new pattern of reality. Their hunger for energy was being redirected, transformed into something constructive rather than destructive. Reality stabilization at 200% and rising. Reed reported, his voice filled with awe. The quantum ley lines, they're not just carrying energy anymore. They're carrying possibility. The alien fleet watched in amazement as humanity rewrote the rules of existence, not to dominate or control, but to heal, to grow, to create something new from the ashes of the old. This is why we chose your species, Aurora communicated, their crystalline form resonating with joy. Not because you were powerful, but because you could imagine a better way. The battle was ending, but not through destruction. The Void Hunters, those fragments of broken reality, were being transformed. Where they had sought to consume, they now began to create. Where they had brought entropy, they now brought renewal. Days later, as the dust settled and the new reality stabilized, humanity found itself at the center of a transformed cosmos. The alien coalition had become something more, a fellowship of species working together to explore the possibilities that humanity had unleashed. Admiral Chen stood with Maya and Dr. Reed on the observation deck of Haven Alpha, watching the quantum ley lines shimmer with new purpose. Earth had become more than just a battlefield. It was now a beacon, a symbol of what was possible when determination met imagination. What happens now? Maya asked, feeling the potential thrumming through the renewed quantum network. Chen smiled, looking out at the stars that seemed somehow brighter, more alive. Now we do what humanity has always done. We explore, we learn, we grow. But this time, we're not alone. The universe had called humanity to battle, but humanity had answered with creation instead of destruction. They had proven themselves not just worthy allies, but pioneers of a new age. The stars themselves seemed to pulse with anticipation of what would come next. For in saving reality, humanity had not just survived. They had evolved, and their journey was just beginning.